30 seconds.
Go once. You got this.
You're such a pro. There's certain weeks that you just say, I don't know. No, like no. It just
It's one of those
yeah.
weeks.
It's there's certain weeks that just get you. And then the snow, day is always something. It's fun.
All right.
10.
All right, ready to rumble. Ready or not, here we go.
Views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of the station, JBC Broadcasting Management, or its owners. This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691. Or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate through all market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you.
Hello and good afternoon. I hope you are all doing well. We made it to Friday, and driving here, the sunset was absolutely amazing. Yes, there's still snow on the ground, but the sunset really made it all better. So I want to thank you all for tuning in today. You are listening to the Financial Chick Show, and I'm the Financial Chick. My name is Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions, a full-service independent financial planning firm located in Medford. I'm here live every Friday at 5:30 p.m. on 1039 LI News Radio. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to know more about me or my firm, you can check out my website at financialchickshow.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions. So like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. So, it's been a busy week. I guess we'll start with Saturday. This past Saturday, my daughter and I had a college visit in New York City. Won't mention any names just yet because we haven't really fully committed, but we're checking it out. But in visiting the college, they had indicated that financial aid forms, the FAFSA forms, which means free application for student aid. For those of you that are not really sure what that means, there were many changes that happened. It's more curtailed, so it's not as labor intensive as it had been. And what financial aid does is that they pull your tax forms. So there's a few things that were positive. So the online forms went live because of changes. Only went live on 12/31 or 12/30 of last year, which was much later than previous years. Usually they came out like beginning of November or worst case December 1st. So since that was the case, the colleges do not have any award packages at this point. The U.S. Department of Education has received more than 3.1 million forms at this point, and there's approximately 1.8 billion in aid available. So it's out there, it's available. Now you just got to hope you get some of it. That's what we're hoping too. But they're saying that the colleges will not receive any information until the first half of March. So there's definitely, it's making it challenging to decide on what school that you want to go to, since you're not sure what the school is going to offer you, and you can't negotiate with the schools or vet them, as much as you want to, or have a competitive situation. So again, most schools, they look for their commitments by May 1st. So this is giving our students a smaller window of time. It just seems like the New World Order. Everything is just stress and anxiety and less time. But if you and your son or daughter have not submitted their financial aid forms, there's still time to do it, but do it as soon as you can. So, it's a busy time for everybody that has seniors. I have one, and it's crazy. So just trying to give any information, like I mentioned, that comes my way to all of you to kind of help things along. So we had a snow day on Tuesday, so many of us, were not in school or not at work. I was at work, but my employees were off, gave them off. We have some that are driving from far distances. But the show doesn't end, right? The work must go on. So didn't get a snow day, so I need a rain check for that. No, I'm just kidding. But it was a busy day. People were home, so they were calling and everything was going on. And you know how much I love snow, so I'm ready for it to go now. But we had our snowstorm, and that's all we need to do. Had a busy week too. We had Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day belated to everybody. It was on Wednesday, and it was also Ash Wednesday. So now for the Christians, we are in Lent season, so no meat today. Hopefully, usually my husband comes home and he goes, "Oh, I had like roast beef sandwich." I'm like, "Oh man, you gotta keep on top of this stuff, But it's most holiest season for the Christians, and so that's what we got going on right here now. And then talk a little bit about the market. So did you get whiplash this week? The stock market has been quite the roller coaster all week. I mean, we've had extreme highs and extreme lows, but we also had some firsts. So the S&P 500 reached a brand new level, passing over 5,000, which again, what does it mean? Not so much, but it's just a psychological thought that right now that we're over that $5,000 mark. So it's kind of a new level, a new height. It's good, but it's kind of scary too. We're kind of reaching new levels, and it just seems like a lot of things are unstable, and I'll talk about that in a second. The NASDAQ flirted with 16,000, but could not break through. So the NASDAQ, mostly tech companies, just got like 15,997. So we're breaking through all these new levels and new highs, so it's kind of an exciting time. The Dow Jones is trading at 38,600, which is off its high, so that had a little bit of time, been knocked around a little bit this week, off its high of 38,797. Not too much though. But this is all while we got the PPI numbers in and saying that inflation that we thought was cooling probably hasn't cooled as much. So now we got the Fed saying that they may not reduce rates now. If they do, it may be later in this year or maybe not at all in this year. So things are happening literally minute by minute, day by day. A lot of stuff is going on. And the other thing that's kind of not going in the right direction is that fuel has gone up. So gas prices have been going up as well. So, we hear from the administration that everything is looking great, everything's wonderful, the stock market's up, and yeah, that's good for a certain subset. But, what they don't realize, most of our elected officials, and not all locally, but on the federal level, they're not buying gas for their cars. They're not going out and buying eggs and food and making all these purchases, clothing for our kids and everything like that. And this is the stuff that all of us are having to be challenged with. So again, it's going to be an interesting year. Like I said, a lot of ups and downs. It's an election year, and it's just hold on tight because it's going to be quite the ride. But we're going to kind of leave the financial stuff there. We're going to kind of make a little bit of a change. At this point, I'm excited to have a guest with me today. So I'd like to introduce, she's going to slide over now. Watch this. And for people on Facebook Live. Okay.
Slide right in there.
So I want to introduce Tara Diamond to the show today. This is what we say, the daughter. We had your mom on the show.
Yes.
Well, several weeks ago. Kathy Blashavo. So Tara, welcome to the show today.
Thank you so much for having me, Denise.
Oh, you're
such
very
an honor and a
welcome.
pleasure. I love listening to your show. You're just amazing and wonderful. Oh,
Thank you. So
amazing
much.
and wonderful.
There we go.
Sorry.
Got to get you close to the mic. Okay. So we were just going to kind of chat. Well, we got something, but we're going to do it on the second half because we want to do it at the end. But we're just going to kind of banter about the world today and then give a very exciting thing that you're doing with your daughter toward the end of the show. But so why don't you tell my guests a little bit about you and what you do? And
Okay. My name is Tara Diamond, and currently I'm a substitute in Pasco, Medford. I love working with kids. I have a son who is 13, a daughter who is 12, and we were just talking before the show about these wonderful teenage or preteen years and just all of the triumphs and tribulations that go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about, the economy being a roller coaster. I think just being a mom is a roller coaster, and there are some days where you're the best friend, and there are some days where you can't even breathe correctly or blink correctly.
You
And
nailed it. You nailed
so
it totally.
work and kids, and that's it. That's me.
It's true. That's true. And again, you have all these challenges. It seems like, I don't know, and I'm not a negative person. We always try to keep the show
Oh,
on a
of course,
positive level,
absolutely.
right? But it just seems like, again, with purchasing power, everything is costing more. And then everything that we do, schooling and what we have to do, a lot of stuff falls on us. Even I went to the doctor the other day, and you've got to call the doctor, then they got to call you in. You have to do all the paperwork before you go, and it's just like it's like another job. It's
Online, submit everything. It's not very tech friendly, world.
Yeah, but, and again, we have all these advancements, but everything takes so much longer to do. And, that just adds to the stress. And then you've got your kids. So I was telling you right before the show. So my daughter was getting ready for work. Well, I walked in just to kind of say, hey, I'm going to the show and everything. Like, oh, you're supposed to be at work? Yes, I'm supposed to be at work. And I'm like, okay.
I just said hello. I just walked in.
No agenda. I'm just coming in to just talk to you. And, but I think everybody, it doesn't matter whether they're teenagers or in their 70s or their 40s, 50s, 30s, it doesn't matter. Everybody, we just need some good juju.
Exactly. Absolutely. That's a great way of putting it.
We just need something positive to come through because it's just, I don't know, we're so advanced and everything's supposed to be made to make things easier, but it's just everything seems to be more challenging as we go.
It really is. And just to what you were just saying, to try to make things easier with the students and with the kids and, everything online, what is it really teaching them? I mean, pick up a pen and pencil and fill out a form, handwrite it, just everything like that. Everything in school too, everything, all their assignments, a lot of them are on the computer. You have to type everything.
We're gonna hold that thought for the after. No, don't be sorry after the break. But we are we're running into the commercial. So you're listening to the Financial Chick Show. I'm the Financial Chick, Denise Nostrom. Stay tuned after the break. You're fine. Just make sure the thing is like that
right in my
sorry. I know. Well, you know what you do if you want to look at me, just turn it. You know what I mean? Like
this.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna go or turn your body so you can look. Yeah,
turn
move back a little bit. Yeah, talk that way so we can you know what I mean?
Oh,
right,
okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Because what happens, you kind of fade away. It's fine. It's all good.
It's probably better that way too.
No, okay. But just make sure it's about a fist from your mouth, and just maybe click it up a little bit. Oh, don't worry. It's all good.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. There you go.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Perfect.
Staying. I'm not touching it.
Oh, good. So so we'll just I said, I think this is stuff that everybody people can relate to it.
Exactly. Yes, and I know you try to say keep it positive, and that's what my mom told me too. But when you're talking about, especially the girls and the teenagers, it's kind of hard to keep it positive. I mean, sure, I'm almost at your best of
but there's pressure for everybody, But it's just
1 minute, guys.
It's too much. Okay, wow, that's the commercial.
What else did you want to Did you want to talk more about the?
Yeah, well, we'll kind of finish up. We'll say we were talking about things being harder and technology and all that kind of stuff, and because we're gonna have about 10 minutes.
Or how bread and eggs, you can walk out of the store and you have $100 bill for really just bread, eggs, and maybe a few other things that you have to get.
Absolutely.
I mean, how are people really supposed to do that?
I know. It's a lot.
You said it.
It's crazy. What?
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you. Muchas gracias. Oh yeah. I don't know if you want you don't have to have them on. You don't have to. I mean, if you want to look all professional, but you don't have to.
I do want to look professional.
Okay, yeah.
Better.
We're supposed to mess today, but it's all good.
I can hear everything weird.
I know, it's you hear it a little bit differently. And I'm sorry, that's why you probably didn't hear the music and stuff. It's all good. Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company's in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all of those changes. So today, we're just kind of bantering around. I have a guest with me, Tara Diamond, who is actually a teacher, a substitute teacher. I couldn't get the word substitute. It's been one of those weeks, Tara.
It definitely has been, to say the very least. One of those weeks.
It really, really has been, and there's been a lot of them, unfortunately.
Is there a full moon or something?
I don't
feel
know.
like there is.
Yeah.
Or something's going on with the stars or something.
I think you're right.
Everybody from
Yeah.
every angle.
I know. But I have to say, kind of keep it positive. The last two conversations I had with clients today were so positive, and they were like uplifting and everything. And usually you're hearing like negative stuff. So like we talked about, we're trying to keep it all happy and positive and uplifting. But I think we need just an influx of something good. There's just like so much bad news, and you really got to sift through. I was saying, like, you have to go to a junkyard, like, God forbid you lost a ring or something, and then go to the dump. It's like trying to find that ring in a dump.
Don't do that to us, Denise. Don't jinx us. Stop it.
No,
Don't
I
let
know.
lose any
All right,
jewelry.
well, I lose jewelry. That's true. I should have a different example.
He has something else.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just been crazy. So before the break, we were talking about like technology and how that's so challenging, and going to the doctor. I just feel like we have to do so much more stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, like it used to go to the doctor, they did most of the stuff, and then you just kind of went there and you left. You have prep work, you have after work. It's really, really weird. You find that too?
Absolutely. I mean, everything is all online.
Mm-hmm.
You have to fill out the forms online, submit them online. And
Right.
like we were saying, I mean, what is this really teaching the children?
Right.
Teach them how to pick up, a paper, fill out a form correctly. I mean, what about checks?
Mm-hmm.
Kids today, they don't even know what a check looks like, how to fill it out appropriately, and sign their name,
Mm-hmm.
cursive.
Exactly.
Let's be more, in tune to those kinds of things. Let's kick
Mhm.
back to old school a little bit.
I know, and again, not that we sound like we're older, right? Like fine wine, we've matured. Like fine
Exactly,
wine.
absolutely. Go with that.
But it's just, really as well. I heard this crazy story today that one of my colleagues, it's just a company that I do some business with, and their volume is like crazy. They're very busy, everything's going on, and there was a woman there. She's 25 years old, and she's been with them about 6 months, and I guess the volume was just like too much, and she was crazy. Instead of giving, and the woman that is her boss, like she's so sweet, and they do so much for their employees, and they pay them well and everything. The stress of it, she just called in and said she's done. She didn't even give 2 weeks notice.
Oh.
And I'm like, are we old school that we say, wow, you should do the right thing and give it 2 weeks notice? Because when you think about it, it's the here and now, but it's the future too.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're 25 years old, just getting started, and now you can't go back to a reference.
I was literally just thinking that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, why would someone do that? I don't understand.
I don't either.
But this is the new world order.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, the generation, you said 20.
She was 25.
25 years old. It's a different mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I think, for us, we think about other people. We think about what they want. We think about how they would feel. Just out of common courtesy. I think that's what boils down to, common courtesy, and having that be ingrained in you, and being able to think about other people. And this generation is very self-centered.
It's true, and it's sad because, and it's not like we're telling you what to do. It's like having values and being, I don't know, being raised right. I don't know. Are the parents not doing it? Are they learning it in school? Are they learning it on TikTok? Like, I'm not really sure where the disconnect is with this.
I think you kind of hit the nail on the head when you said TikTok and just the internet in general.
Yeah.
I mean, again, when you think back to when we were younger, teenagers, we got our news from Teen Magazine or whatever it was. If there was an inappropriate picture of somebody dressed slightly scandalous, my mom would rip it out first and then hand me the magazine that we bought at, the stationery store. And I think today, children are just quote unquote wise beyond their years, but in a negative way.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be reading or looking at the things that they are looking at, and that's I think what it really boils down to. And then the values, it kind of cascades and snowballs into that. I blame the internet.
No, it's true, and you say to yourself, like, how as a parent, it's very hard to monitor all that. And as much as you do, you're never going to get, right, exactly. You're never going to be able to kind of shelter them from things that, they shouldn't really be looking at at such a young age. There's time for all of the things that are going to happen down the line.
Of course. But then they have friends with older siblings, And even though
Oh,
you're
yeah.
trying to
Yes.
have the parental controls on their phones or their laptops, whatever it is, they have friends who
Mhm.
have the older siblings who have their phone, who have this without
Right.
all of that. And, they text their friends and screenshots and
It's too readily available and it's really too much. But you know what? We're going to go into something that's positive
absolutely.
and something that's very good. And many years ago, I never made it to that, but I was a brownie back in the day, way back in the day, Canaan Elementary. But I went more to
Patrick Medford, it's my
Patrick
alma mater.
Medford, yeah.
Tremont.
There you go. But talk about your daughter and what she's doing, and let's have the listeners know about. It's that time of year, so
It
tell
is.
us all about it. I'm so excited.
That cookie time of
Ah,
year.
it sure is.
Well, first of all, just to cascade and tie it into, you were saying about the positive note, and just for parents, to try to get their children to do something positive
Mhm.
or to instill better values. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, keep them involved
Absolutely.
in things.
Keep them busy.
Keep them busy, yes. And these organizations, that's what they're all about, is keeping the kids busy in the right direction and giving them the opportunities that they otherwise might not have.
Mhm.
And they're wonderful programs, the Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, and that's why I try to instill in my kids that you have to stick with it. My daughter has been in it since kindergarten. She only took the brief pause during COVID, like a
course.
lot of people did.
Yeah.
But I was in Girl Scouts. I was a little daisy. I started off in
Okay.
kindergarten. I went through brownies, into cadet, and then somewhere in late middle school, high school, it tapered off, and we had to focus on other things.
Right. It
But
happens.
it does. But in the meantime, yes, my daughter is in Girl Scouts.
Awesome.
Thank you. She is just doing an amazing job with her troop 138. And they are selling cookies. It is that time of year. So when you talk about keeping your kids busy and focused in a good direction, that's what she's doing. We have
And it's exciting because they're getting a little taste of sales and money.
Exactly.
They learn about money. So it's we think it's just these cookies, right? But really there's a lot of message to it and a lot of learning inside it. Right?
It is so much more having to add up all your customers and their orders and the money part of it, and then everything is kind of divided up. How many people book cookies online that got them delivered to their house? How many people book cookies online that you have to deliver? And how many people just place their order with you on paper?
Interesting.
So you
Okay,
have
so wow, so there's a
all
lot
these
more
different-
levels now, right?
There are.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
Go mom.
Thank you. But it's nice to hear. Yes, we're selling cookies again. We actually have a booth sale coming up right here. If I can just look at my calendar, it is this Sunday at the airport.
Right here, MacArthur Airport.
Right
so
here.
you can get your cookies right here.
By baggage claim.
There you go. Okay. and they just redid it. It looks beautiful. So if anything, come here and check it out and see the new.
Yes, that is 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock this Sunday. And then next Sunday in 2 Sundays, March 3rd.
Okay.
I have a calendar in front of me.
Okay.
I'm already on break. March 3rd, they will be at Hiawatha Elementary School
Okay.
in Sachem from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
All right.
And then we have one more after that, Friday, March 8th at Joe's Pizza in Holbrook
Okay.
from 4 o'clock to 8. So that's great because right after you get your pizza or your takeout for the evening,
You gotta have
you
dessert.
have your dessert. You have to
Yeah,
have your
dessert.
milk and cookies. And speaking about cookies, we have a lot. Would you like to hear what they have?
Yeah, just
Real quick, they have
just run
their,
through really quickly.
they're-
Well, I'll tell you my favorite
What's
is,
your
is
favorite?
Thin Mints.
the Thin Mints are
Yes,
amazing.
those are my favorite.
They're all I mean,
So Tara, we're running out of time, so we won't be able to list them all. But what's your favorite?
Samoas.
Oh, okay,
I have to go with the Samoas.
All right,
I mean,
beautiful.
Samoas.
Well, good luck. Please come out on Sunday to get your cookies from Tara's daughter's troop.
To 138.
There you go, 138. And it's the time again?
The time for this Sunday is 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And thank you, Denise, so much for helping
You're
us.
so welcome.
And you're helping the Girl Scouts, and you're helping kids try to stay focused by putting in this plug for them. So thank you.
Amen. All right, well, listen, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. You're listening to the Financial Chick Show. We'll see you next Friday.
Thank you.
Ran a little bit late, but that's all right.
I was terrible.
John loves us.
I was terrible. Is it not? It's not still on, is it?
Oh, well, we just have to like shoot the
Oh,
thing.
do you want me?
Yeah. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Take care.
Oh, you're good.
Do it.
All right. And we're out.
Oh my God.